I am super stoked today to get to talk with you about an extraordinarily important issue in our ministry. As a matter of fact, this is going to be a game changer. It already has, and it's going to continue to change the student ministry. It's called shoulder tapping. Shoulder tapping is basically where you invite the people around you into the ministry that God is using you in, and may potentially want to use those around you in as well. What's amazing about this is the fact that it all starts with one. All great movements started with one person with a vision, a dream. Who's the one person that you know that's a game changer? The one person that could change the world. We all know the stories of someone who did something incredible that changed the world. We want to bring people into the ministry and give them an opportunity to use what God has given them to change someone's world. Maybe we can't change the whole world on our own, but we can change the world for someone. You've been told no from some people. Maybe you invited them to join already to serve Faith Promise Student Ministry. Some people are just not ready to step into what God has called them into. That's fine, it's okay. I want you to know it's not about the no, it's about the yes. When you shoulder tap, you're going to get told no. You'll be told it's not for me, or I don't have time, or I just can't do that. Don't focus on the no's. Matter of fact, if you read the four Gospels, Jesus was told no all the time. If you ask enough people and you do it with the right heart, you're going to find the right people. So often we think that someone's going to say no. So you know what we do? We don't even ask. We just say no for them. Let's don't do that. Also, we learn best when we're in the game, not in the stands watching, but in the game doing. So don't be afraid to step in, to invite. You say, but I might fail. Oh, no. It's not that you might fail. You will fail when you're shoulder tapping people. As a matter of fact, failure is not an option. It's just a requirement. It's a fact of life. Every time you talk with someone about using their gifts and becoming a part of what God is doing, regardless of their response, it will be growth in your life. At Faith Promise Students, we're an army. While every great movement started with one person, it takes an army to carry out the mission. God has called us to a mission, and we need to invite all those that we can to use their gifts to complete the work that God has given us. We're better together than we could ever be alone. God has given us a mission so large that if we're not doing our part, if we're not inviting everyone who is able and willing to be a part of what God is doing, we'll never accomplish it. The ultimate reason that we shoulder tap is because of the value we tell them of Him. We're the light of the world, a city set upon a hill. And God has called us to be His hands and His feet to share the good news with the world. This means doing everything that we can do to tell them of Him. This means shoulder tapping, inviting, sharing our story, and just simply loving others. We ought to be willing to do anything short of sin to reach people that are far from Jesus. I want to say thank you. I'm serious for stepping out into the uncomfortable, for being told no, for being secure enough to step into the army, for inviting others into the ministry and telling them of Him, and ultimately you being the light of the world that God has called you to be. We're so grateful for all you do for Jesus.